Hey, what's going on, people? Knowledge coming at you again. Jaden Smith, you fucked up. For you guys that haven't heard, Jaden Smith went basically on a Twitter rant today. Just like, a lot of other millions and billions of kids that get on Twitter and they say dumb things. And, he made, a couple of comments towards the educational system. And, one of the comments was, basically just saying that today's school system is about brainwashing the youth and basically trying to control them. And that really wasn't the tweet that really got everybody's attention. It was the one where he said, if everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have a much more intelligent society. And, I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to be like a so-called activist, and he wanted to be one of those people who got kudos for speaking out. And, I think what the kid was trying to say is, which he didn't convey right, but he was trying to basically just say that be who you want to be, go out there and do the things that you want to do. Don't fall into society's traps or let the educational system, kind of scope you and shape you into what they want you to be. Go out there and actually accomplish the things that you want to do. Don't follow what anybody else wants you to do. That's what I think he was trying to say, but he just didn't convey it right. And, I've made videos about the educational system, and I do see flaws. I think instead of having things like PE or arts and crafts, those type of bullshit classes, we should have classes that focus on racism, classes that focus on us being smarter with our money, classes that focus on police brutality, classes that focus on things of importance that can actually benefit us later on in life. Not these little winky dinky classes just to basically lab rat us and just basically keep us occupied through a certain period of our school days. Because like when we look at PE, most people, 80% of people who graduate from high school, they don't even think about a gym. I mean, how many people actually go out today and run a lap? People are lazy nowadays. Americans don't want to do shit. That's just not us. Where our health issues are a problem. I'm not saying we shouldn't go out and exercise, because we should. But at the same time, when we look at reality, we don't do that. But, he just was saying something ignorant. Like I said before, education is important. You get paid for what you know, not for what you do. We look at a lot of our careers nowadays, whether you got a winky dinky job at Burger King or you have a big corporate job. The people who go to work every day and bust their ass and break their back and work their hands down to the bone, they don't get paid anything. They get paid minimum wage. Out here in California, minimum wage is only $8. And the people who actually go out and break their back don't get paid anything. It's the people who call the shots, might have went to college or just had the experience and they know the overall system. Those are the people who get paid money, because you're only going to get paid for what you know, not for what you technically do. And that's what it basically boils down to. So education is very important. I always say that it's important to self-educate yourself. Go out and read books, learn about things that the school or the public school system does not teach you, because you're not going to learn everything in the classroom. There's things like common sense and things that are just not taught in today's public school or private school. There's going to have to be a time where you go out and you seek your own education and seek your own intelligence. But at the same time, education is very important. And like I said, I'm not going to go at his head too much, because I think I know what he was trying to go with it, but he just was ignorant in the way he conveyed it over Twitter. And when you tweet little stuff, you have to be careful of the things that you put out there, because if you sound ignorant or you're saying something that's disrespectful or racist, people are going to go at your head, especially if you're in the public eye. And everybody don't have $50 million to ask their parents to support themselves. So this kid Jaden Smith you got to remember, he's coming from a different type of mindset. This kid's been privileged basically his whole childhood. You know, since he came out of his mother's womb, he's been a privileged child. So his mindset and his efforts towards creating a future for himself is not like, you know, maybe a kid that's coming out of the inner city, or somebody who actually has to go out here and make a way for themselves. You know, and I was one of those people to come out of those type of environments and, you know, get myself to college and graduate and do what I actually want to do. And it's not easy. You know, it's tough when you come from certain environments and certain situations. So you have to remember that too. You know, you kids out there, I know it's a couple of young bucks that listen to me that are still in high school. Don't listen to this guy here, because this guy is going to end up, you know, putting you in a hole and giving you an ignorant mindset, you know. And that's basically what I had to say about it. You know, education is important. Go out there, get your education, self-educate yourself, and take care of your family and take care of yourself. You know, that's basically my advice to people out here. You know, that's what it's about. At the end of the day, we all want to take care of our families. You know, we're not going to all be rich. You have to face that fact. You know, everybody's not going to be a millionaire, but if you can go out there, whether you get yourself a trade, whether you go to college, whether you, you know, intern or go to, like I did, went to college and intern, you know, do what you got to do. While you're young, that's the time to go out there and really go after the things you want to do. You know, and, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go at his head, because I do know where he was coming from. You just was saying, you know, do what you want to do in life. And, you know, I can think back, you know, for you guys to know me personally, I studied criminal justice. But after a while, I realized that really wasn't something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I went out there and I put in the groundwork, and I knocked on doors, and you know, it took me a while, and I got 1,000 no's, but I got one yes, and I was able to create a future for myself. And that's what it's about. It's about going out there and doing what you want to do, not what your parents want you to do, or not what your homeboys want you to do, or what you feel like is going to gross the amount of money. It's about being happy. And I remember, you know, one of my professors in college told me, if you do something that you enjoy doing, you'll never have to work a day in your life. And, you know, that always stuck with me. If you do out there doing something that you actually enjoy, when you get up to go to work in the morning, you're like, hey, I can't wait to get there. Not saying you're not going to have those bad days, or, you know, you're not going to have those days where, you know, it's stressed out or you got drama or whatever. But if you can get up and actually do something that you enjoy doing, whether it's helping people or whether it's driving the bus or, you know, in the corporate world or whatever, that's the key. The key is to be happy. But that's all I had to say. I'm out. Y'all want to check out the article or whatever, it will be in the description box. I'm out. Peace.